Yo, good morning. How's everyone doing? Everyone's still waking up. Everyone's like still rubbing the sleep out of their eyes, and that's like, oh, morning, morning. Let me know where you are in the world. Where are you representing right now? Let me know. Got my coffee. Portugal, Birmingham, USA, Windsor, Kent, Manchester, Birmingham. Sorry, I missed some there. Plymouth, what's up? What's up? Norfolk, Hertfordshire, Plymouth, Utah. Wow, early for you or late. Hampshire, amazing. Scotland, welcome, Ben. Plymouth, Norfolk, amazing. Guys, listen, welcome to the call, man. Obviously, it's Sunday morning. We do these calls when we can. Mindset, little quick reminder. It's funny, actually. Curtis just texted me about 15 minutes ago saying, hey, do you know any like modern, like online churches that I could sort of attend? I said, yeah, man. It starts in about 15 minutes, mate. Starts in about 15 minutes. I was thinking, just check the chat, mate. We go to church just to hear about the what? We hear about the truth. Okay, the truth sets us free. Well, you're going to hear some truth today. I value everyone's time. I'm very straight to the point. If you never heard me speak before, don't worry. I'm not aiming it straight at you unless you think I am, and then I am, and then I am. I did a call the other day. No, I did an event actually, and it was like, do you know what, mate? You triggered me. You really triggered me. I said that's good. I actually want to trigger you because trigger creates change. Trigger creates change. You know what I'm saying? So you have to actually trigger people sometimes into changing. Does that make sense? You have to like get people a little bit mad so they guess what? Make a decision. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. But for those that don't know who we are a team called Lifestyle Mastery Group. You can get guests on this call, guys. I used to be in a product company and used to like give out samples. Obviously in a mainly digital company, you can't really give out samples, right? You can't give people pips. Do you know what I'm saying? Just giving them candlesticks. Listen, little taste of. No, no. But you can give them a little taste of this. You know what I'm saying, you can get on this call, little sample of the environment, little sample of like, what comes with the fact that you can also make money from your smartphone, right? So you definitely can get guests on this. Because I'll be honest, man, this is really why I joined. To be honest, I didn't understand network marketing at all. I understood your network is your net worth. So when I jumped on a Zoom call with someone who was making like crazy, crazy money and he was talking about goals and dreams and frequencies, and I felt like, no way, man, this person's talking my language. How do I get more of this? Oh, you got to buy some green drink. Okay, cool. How much green drink do I need to buy? Let's get, and that's how I got into my first network marketing company. Didn't buy the products, I bought the environment, I bought the network. Makes sense. So your network's everything. So we're a team called Lifestyle Mastery Group. My name is Jake Parton. I'm from Birmingham, UK. Normal guy, very, very normal guy. If I wasn't playing FIFA, I was playing football. Messed around at school. PE was my favorite subject. Just a normal lad. Um, and then come out of school with no grades because obviously I messed around. I become a firefighter for 4 years. That was great. And then got a job as an engineer. Saw my dad work his way up, and I just wanted something different. So I found some amazing information and decided to apply it, man. I just got very gullible around the right people, and it was crazy how it worked. My first goal was to get happy because I was depressed. I was secretly depressed, right? Like terribly. I don't want to like ruin anyone's morning and tell you actually how it was. But it wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? And then I started to like, become grateful. And I was like, wow, so I've gone from A to B. Maybe I can take this from B to C. Do you know what I mean? I started to love myself. I was like, do you know what? Can I just replace my money? Can I just replace my income, 2,500 a month online? So I've got freedom. No alarm clock. I can go to the gym for a few hours. Amazing. And we did that, and then guess what? Other people looked at me and was like, "Do you know what, Jay? I want to do the same thing." And then we ended up like showing other people how to do the same thing, and then things just expanded from that. All right, step by step, step by step. Okay, I wasn't never around money, so never really had the desire to have it. All right, but the goal was freedom. So the reason why we do these calls is because there's a quote in a book called the Power of Awareness. Okay, the Power of Awareness. And in that book by Neville Goddard, in that book, there's a quote, and it says, "Man's chief delusion is that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness." Man's chief delusion is that there are causes other than his own state of con. Now, that can actually be a little bit depressing for all the victims on the line. People that blame, I don't know, their circumstances for why they're struggling. I don't know. Um, whatever, it's the back office. You know, John Oliver speaks too loud. That's why I'm losing. Like, I don't know, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever excuse people have, you need to understand that the biggest mistake that people have is that they genuinely believe that there are causes other than their own mindset as to why they're achieving the results or as to why they're not achieving the results. Makes sense. Happiness, health, wealth, relationships. Yes, they broke down because of you. Yes, you keep attracting the right person, the same person because of you. When you change, guess what? Your world changes. Does that make sense? Right? Now, don't beat yourself up for where you are. I want you to understand if you're on the right track, things are going to keep getting better. Does that make sense? Success is the progressive realization. So some of you are on the right track right now. You are, which is why your life gets better. But if you've been doing the same thing over and over again for 90 days and you've seen no change, you are going to have to say, do you know what? Maybe I need to do something a little bit different. All right. Perfect. So your results are all a reflection of your mind. Drop a yes in the chat if you on the same page, like, yes, I need to obviously work on my mindset and my perception and my attitude in order to take my life to the next level. Drop a yes if you're all in agreement with that. Right? It's not your upline's fault. It's not your mentor's fault. It's not your team's fault. Okay? It's not Donald Trump's fault. Right? It's not your mum and dad's fault. It's not your kids. None of that stuff. It's not your uncle. It's you. Perfect. Now we can actually do something now. Now we've actually established that. Now we can actually get to the bottom of how we can take things to the next level. All right. Now, when I'm talking, guys, I'm actually talking to myself as well. So don't think that I'm over here like teaching and preaching. I'm like, this is good stuff for me. If you ever hear, and I say this at every event, if you ever hear anything good come out my mouth, it's because I've stolen it from someone successful. Okay, it's not Jake. It's good. I'm just the middle person saying, listen, guys, I believe truly that if you hear what I'm about to say right now, this could potentially help you out. Okay, so I want to talk about the 4 Ds. Okay, the 4 Ds. All right. I wish I got 4 Ds in school, my grades. That would have been a great, so 4 Ds. All right. The first one is desire. I did an event yesterday. We did a bit of a training for the team here in Devon, and I said, listen, the first step really is deciding what you want. Unless you have a goal, you're not really ready to receive information, to be honest. You need to have a goal. What do you want? Let's think long term. Let's just have a little think. Like, and you ain't got to do it right now, but maybe after the call. What do you want? Like, what do you actually want? The next question is, why do you want that? Why do you want that? Right? Who will that help? You achieving that goal, that long-term goal. Maybe some of you want to get to a millionaire. Maybe some of you want to just get to, 10,000 a month. Maybe some of you trying to quit your job, whatever. Right? Why do you want it? Who will it help? Why is that important? Why is that important for you to help that particular person? What does that make, what does that mean to you? Does that make sense? Like the first step is understanding that the first D is desire. What's your goal? What's your desire? Why are you even on this call? Right? Imagine watching some people play basketball with no hoops, or people playing football with no nets, or you just getting in your car and just driving around, or you get in someone else's car and they're just driving around. Guess what? At some point, you're going to look at them and say, bro, where are we going, man? Like, we've been driving for like 26 years. Like, where are we going? Oh, you need to actually put in a postcode. You need to put in a destination. A good example of a goal would be, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning and receiving over X amount, whatever that amount is, per month, consistently and effortlessly. You see how nice that goal sounds? I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning and receiving over X amount consistently and effortlessly. Okay, that's the long-term goal. That's the long-term vision. That's where we're going. That's the North Star. Okay. We're gonna break down like when how to step the how to set the little chunky goals in a second, but that's what I would be thinking about. Next, the second D is decision. Okay, so once you decided, hey, listen, that's what I want, you need to actually take a look at that goal. Like, I got a goal card here, right? You need to take it out. You need to take a look at it. You need to put it down on the table and go, is that me? Like, am I gonna do that? Is that what I'm gonna do? Because guys, do you understand? You know the goal that you just wrote down or that you're thinking about? You do realize that there's people in the world that have done that. Guarantee you right now, I guarantee you there's someone out there that's doing what you want to achieve, that's actually manifesting right now something that you want. What does that say? What does that say? It's not about your ability. You see, when Bob Proctor got me to think about what I want, he said, Jake, once you decided what you want, you need to, there's really two things. The two questions you got to ask yourself. Number one, are you able? Are you able? The answer to that question, guys, is yes, categorically yes. Jake, you don't know me. I don't need to know you. You're a human being. You're a human being. Does that make sense? Right? If someone can, you can. You've got a conscious mind, you've got a subconscious mind. So am I able, number one? Yes, the answer to that is yes. We need to get that out of the way first. Personal development is really it's getting clarity on am I able, right? But you do get to a point where you don't really need to research your ability anymore. Like you can do it, guys. All you got to watch is one Bob Proctor seminar. Listen to The Stranger's Secret one time. Jump on one Sunday morning call. You all just heard my story, right? I've changed, Like from, do you know what I'm saying? So like, are you able? 100%. Second question, here we go. Are you willing? Are you willing? Okay, so you have to take a look at what you want, why you want it, and then ask yourself, am I able, number one, and am I willing? Okay. Am I willing? Okay, so I'll write this down next. Listen, the price is easy when the prize is big and meaningful enough. Okay, so we'll happily pay the price when the prize is big and meaningful. Like you're not going to go out there and pay the price if the why is not big enough. It's why it's so easy for me to be motivated. People say to me, "How'd you stay so motivated?" I'm like, "Don't you like love your family one bit? Like, do you like? You must hate your kids. You must hate your wife. You must hate your husband. You're not motivated to go to the gym, get in better shape. You must hate your family. You're not motivated to make more money. You must hate everyone around you. Your actions are teaching everyone else what to do. We don't teach from what we say. Your actions teach them. But you being overweight and just sluggish and just doing fuck all about it, guys. That's what you're teaching everyone. It's okay to be like this. By you struggling financially, that's what you're. Hey guys, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to struggle. No, it's not. No, it's not. Something has to snap. Something has to go. Do you know what? Look, maybe I need to stop thinking about how I feel for one day of my life. No one cares how you feel, guys. No one cares if you're tired. No one cares if you've had a bad day, long day. The missus just said this, that just happened. The tire just popped. Whatever excuse you've got for not doing the right thing for your goals and dreams, nobody cares. Does that make sense? It's not the people at the top make all the money. It's the people at the top who got common sense. The people at the top, they understand life. The people at the top, they understand how life works, how the universe works. We did a training yesterday. I'm like, you see everyone in the room right now? You guys are going to be the one making the most money. The people that are not in the room, they're going to be looking, thinking, how are they guys making the most money? They're trained up. They sacrifice their morning to be here. Sacrifice leads to, guess what? Paradise. Sacrifice leads to paradise. You have to give up to, guess what? Go up. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to make that call? Are you willing to do what you're supposed to do? Right? The third D is direction. You've decided, here's what I want. Boom, that's what I want. And I've established that I'm able. So I'm not even going to ask that question anymore. The question of am I able to do that is never going to ever come to my mind ever again. I'm able to do it. Okay. Once you've got over that fact, that truth, am I willing? Cool. Am I willing? Perfect. Bam. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm willing because I've saw my parents struggle with this. I've saw my parents struggle with that. I've saw my grandparents struggle with this. I don't even know who my great grandparents are. So like, do you know what? If I don't do something, sorry, my dad's ringing me. Dad, sorry, I'm on a call. I'll call you back. All right. Um, because my dad, um, like I forgot what I was saying. It's completely put me off track. My dad is struggling. But do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like if you've seen everyone else around you struggle, like you have to be the one to say, listen, I'm willing to pay the price. I'm willing to be the Parton that just puts themselves through hell. I'm willing to be the Parton that puts themselves through hell. So all the other Partons can live in, guess what? Heaven. I'm willing to be uncomfortable. So my family is willing to, guess what? Be comfortable. Makes sense. Good. Next direction. Who do you listen to now? Whoever's got your ears got you what? Whoever has your ear has your life. Who are you listening to? There's a training coming up. There's an event coming up November 1st. You go home, you speak to the husband about it, you speak to the wife about it. We've got plans that day. We can't do it. You got a choice. Do you listen to your spouse or do you listen to the people that are getting the results that you want? See, winners are like we will temporarily piss off the people we love so we can permanently bless them. It's called an agreed sacrifice. It's called an agreed sacrifice, and the right spouse will be on board. Will be on board. All right. So who do you listen to, guys? Look, here's what I want. Okay, perfect. Who do you know that has that or is at least closer to that than you right now? That will probably be a good person to listen to. This business is super simple, man. There's people all around you with better results. Just follow them. What did you do to get there? Perfect. Here we go. Okay. What do you need to do? Question mark. This week. What do you need to do this week? What do you need to do between now and November 1st? Next question. What do you need to avoid? That's a big one. That's probably a big one, really. I think success is really a removal process, to be honest. I think it's actually a removal process. I think if you remove the late nights, you remove the late mornings. I think if you removed the wasting time watching Netflix, drinking alcohol, smoking whatever you're smoking. I think if you removed those things, you guess what? Your life's gonna, probably improve. Does that make sense? I think if you remove talking to negative Nancy Sour Steves, I think if you removed talking about things that you didn't want to manifest, things that you do want to manifest would start to exist. I actually believe that. I think if you removed all the unhealthy food from your diet and start to put healthy food in, you're going to start to feel a little bit more energetic. I think if you remove the excuses, So it's like, what do I need to avoid? Who do I need to avoid? Whose phone call do I need to not pick up? You heard a phone call off someone and you're like, fuck, how are you? Not too bad. Not too bad. Just bad, Dan. Just bad. Yeah, fucking hell. Mate, listen. And we thought they want to compete with their, I guarantee I've had a worse more than you, mate. Guarantee it. This happened, this happened, this happened, this. I'm thinking, oh my God. Cool. What are you grateful for, bro? That person won't call me again. Good. You get that? I like to actually repel people. Hey man, you got to change your attitude towards life. At least you got a car to drive, bro. Oh, I can't complain to him because he who else can I complain to? They just he just wants someone to go and complain to someone that's going to take it. I don't take bullshit. I don't take it. Someone said the other day, well, I mean, I lost £500. And £500 is a lot of money to me. I said, well, if £500 is a lot of money to you, maybe we need to do something a little bit different. That makes sense. She was like, I met a lady in Nando's. I was like, how long you worked in Nando's? 5 years. I said, do you want to work in another 5 years? She was like, God, no, 100%. Definitely not. So what do you do? I was like, I'll show people how to make money. I'll show people like you actually how to make money from their smartphone. Doing what? I'm not going to get into it right now. You got WhatsApp. Write down your WhatsApp and I'll be in touch. Boom. The reason why that even happened is because I asked her a question that was outside the box. You have to be a little bit different. How long you worked here? Do you want to work here for another 5 years? No one's ever asked that before. I got her to think about what she actually quote unquote wanted. Makes sense. Imagine if I didn't ask that question. She probably would still be there plodding along 5 years from now. Most people tiptoe their way through life hoping to make it safely to death. Let me repeat that because that doesn't make sense. Does it? Most people tiptoe their way through life hoping to make it safely to death. They go through life not risking because what? You're gonna die. Is everyone? Does some people not know that? You are you're gonna die at some point. Does everyone know that? Like you are gonna die. So like, don't you want to live? Don't you want to live? Living is being outside your comfort zone. But every time you step out your comfort zone, you actually attract more consciousness, more life. You actually tap into a better version of you every single time you step out your comfort zone. I said to someone in the week, I said, brother, I think it's time for you to show the plan. He was like, I don't think I'm ready. I said, I wouldn't have asked you if he wasn't. Right? But you get choices. You get to choose. Growth, safety. Growth, safety. Every time you choose growth, your life's gonna get better. You're gonna attract more. Trust me. Law of attraction's crazy. Okay, so direction is net, and the last one, guys, is discipline. Obviously, discipline. So once you've got the desire, here's what I want. Number two, you decided, you know what? I'm able, obviously. Now I'm actually willing to do that. I'm actually fully willing to do that. Third, it's I've got my mentor, I've got the game plan, I've got the direction. Here's what I need to do. Bang. Now, the only thing missing is just discipline. You just actually sticking to it without, like I said, getting your feelings involved. The difference maker, feelings aside, do the work. So what I want everyone to do, guys, I want everyone to first of all um think about where you want to be by November 1st. November 1st. I think it's what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks from now? November 1st. Everyone on this call right now, I want to shake your hand in Middlesbrough, in the UK, Middlesbrough, in the UK, November 1st. We're all going to be there. Anyone that wants to win will be there. Zero excuses. Me and my family were making a whole, trip of it. I've never been to Middlesbrough before. I don't think there's actually much there, but we're going to go a road trip, right? I love service stations. We'll make a good time out of it. You know what I mean? We'll create some content. We'll have some fun. But you know what? Being with you lot is what's going to make it great. Does that make sense? You know, all us bear that event's going to change your life. So you need to think about like, what's my goal for November 1st? Like, what would be nice? Not, like, don't beat yourself up. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Have the mindset of what would be nice for me to achieve by November 1st. What would be a nice achievement? What rank would be nice for me to, do I want to speak on stage, on the platinum panel, right? What do I want to do? Like, what would be nice for me? Okay, how many people do you want at the event? How many people do you want there? Do you have that goal? Think about it. You ain't gonna know the how. Just write it down. The subconscious mind is way more smarter than you. I'm telling you right now. You know the mind. Have you ever seen an iceberg where like the tip of the iceberg is like that? That's the ice. The bit of the iceberg that's out the ocean. That's actually the smallest part. The actual iceberg is huge underneath the ocean. Does that make sense? That's how your mind works. So right now, your conscious mind's like, I don't know, because your conscious mind's so like logical. It thinks like realistic terms. It thinks of past. It thinks of all that. It's like it thinks of everything. It's like physical. It calculates your current bank account, calculates your current team, and it tells you all the statistics that you don't really need to understand or even know. Your subconscious mind is like, tell me what you want, and I'll give it you. I promise you, if you write down, I want 100 people at the event. I want to be this rank. I want to have this. I want to feel this type of way. This is my goal by that event. Just write that goal down. Your subconscious mind, guys, whether you believe it or not, will go out there and do the work. It will go out there and find ways to give you that. Bob Proctor, he got me to write down a goal, put it in an envelope, and then not open it for 1 year. How crazy is that? You know what happened, guys? I opened the envelope, and guess what? I'd achieved it. I don't know how it works. Like, I spoke to Aaron Lambo yesterday. I'm not sure if you know who he is. It's on my Instagram. We got talking and that. He was like, he's an unconscious competent. Aaron Lambo. And what that means is he's competent, but he doesn't know how or why he's competent. And we got talking. He was like, "Why would you?" So hang on a minute. Why, if you know how to make money, why would you then teach that to other people? Like that concept was just like new to him. And I'll be honest, guys, that's how a lot of wealthy people think. Are you aware of that? A lot of people, guys, they're like, like I made my money. Like I'm not going to share any of these secrets with anyone else because you know what? Because that maybe they're not aware of the abundance of what's available for everyone. Like but most people, guys, it's not. I'm not sure if it's come from like a negative point, but most wealthy people will not openly share how they created success with anyone. That's what I love about this industry. Yeah, can't bother. What I mean, why? Who cares, right? This industry, you actually get to meet people that are like, yeah, I'll give you every secret because your leaders are compensated for your growth as well. So it makes sense. So we're like over the top with it to the point where people think it's actually like it's too good to be true. Do you know what I mean? Like I tell people openly, hey, listen, go and get this book, GoPro. And then people don't do it. People don't do it. Like, I get out, there's still people on this line right now that haven't listened to GoPro. That blows my mind. That's why I keep doing these. That's why I'm always going to keep doing these calls because I'm like, I'm going to fucking get everyone to listen at least just once. Do you know what I mean? I've just got a goal just to make sure that everyone's like, thinking. Like, geez. Like, if you got a goal, no. Please tell me you've wrote down how much money you want to earn per month. No. Okay. Why did you get out of bed this morning then? Because you're just a drifter, bro. You're just drifting. You are literally a sack of skin taking up space. What are you doing? Get out of the business. Go and work for someone else that can pay you for your time, clock in, clock out like a robot. That's what your purpose is, mate. Unless you set a goal and now you can actually start. Welcome to the table. Makes sense. You need to have a direction, man. Come on, guys. So yeah, so that's the call. All right, that's the call. I can take a couple questions.